Hello, everyone. I'm going to do a early live stream today because I have something in the evening, even tomorrow. So I was planning from a long time to do multiple live streams, like one in the morning, one in the evening. I will start with that. So yeah, and also we need more time to give. As I said in the last live stream, also we need to get done with the scene to do bunch of awesome stuff. I will show you what I mainly I want to do foliage and related to stuff, stuff related to that. So yeah, so that's basically I want to do. Basically move on from the scene to much more smaller scale and maybe discussing workflows, discussing issues basically community have. We're gonna do regular feedback sessions surely, but I'm gonna keep doing my own stuff also. Hello, Edward. No worries, no worries for the solo progress. Like you've seen, are also like you need a lot of time to make the environment. Even if sometimes it takes like few weeks to just make the rock set. No, so not our fault. We are not able to give full time, but no worries. Okay, so just keep progressing. Just every week, just make a little bit of progress. And I have given feedback in I think previous session. I hope that was recorded. So just look at it. Like that was specific. If you're still not sure what to do, I can surely help. Okay, so I still remember like we need to sculpt the things to make it and use tile textures, make them more look good and make some sense of the trees and other structures we have in there. So just work on that. Okay, so you're on good path. Don't worry about slow progress. Okay, so I will show you something. Okay, so as always, this is our academy page, and I wish if they could make this strips, if we could make this strip smaller. It's like a lot of waste space. We could move these ones here, right, and only see the products here. And as always, if you're new here, join the bootcamp here. If you want to support me, you can buy the course here, which is a small blender to Unreal tone course. I will add the thumbnail again. Maybe thumbnails inside there. Yeah, so you will there is some Quixel, some Sketchfab, some CC0. We made textures and stuff like that, so it's all good process. And if you want to support me more, just join the bootcamp. It helped me do all the stuff. And very small thing you can do, you can subscribe to channel and watch some videos, that also help. and and along while we are in here, like all the people who have grabbed, kindly give the testimonial, good one. If you have bad, if you have some criticism, some feedback, you can share it in the comment in the video. If you have something, some nice stories to share, you can share it here. I will share it with the world, right? So if you have some criticism, share it with me rather than here, so I will try to improve in the live session. And yeah, so yeah, I would really appreciate if you can do it. We I will share it with everyone. And some of the good stuff I found. So there is this game which is free on Epic Marketplace now. Is called Strange Horticulture, right? And as you know, I'm mad about plants. I was going to get lost into making these plants. So that's like type of fun stuff I get in my head. Let me say I want to make plants. So maybe we will make these plants. Like there are like 74, I believe, or 77. All these, fantasy plants are there, and we can make them in a really realistic sense, right? So we can see how to make all these different plants. There are 77 of them, which is good. So I wanted to make, so but I stopped myself as like I have a lot of stuff in the play. So this is the one thing you can play this game. It's free, grab it, just have fun. I played a little, but yeah, but I was just stopped when I saw the plants. I was like, okay, this is. And the second one is Slow Road, which is awesome. I will share you the link in the chat. Okay, this is because I found it like it's not related to our thing, but it is somehow. So like if I do here, it's basically endless, terrain and simple stuff. So it's basically you, and you can just keep going. It's gonna keep generating the road, terrain, flower procedurally, and it's all running in the web. So basically, it does so awesome stuff. I think I played it for an hour, and don't mind my driving. It's good there is no collision on the trees. You see, there's what I love about it is like it's not just the thing, right? What you can do, you can come here in the world, you can generate different one. Okay, so there's code for our thing, and it has seasons. So you have spring, summer, autumn, winter. Okay, so like the spring, and you see the plants. Okay, just notice this one. These are like the tiny fern sprouts. They spring and then they change color. I don't know if ferns change color, but for their touch up, it's fine because they wanted to make it look orangey. And then winter, there is no grass at all, only just stems. And even if you see these flowers and everything, so you have flowers, and then they grow into bushy flowers, and then there are like different flower grow in the different time, which I love it like basically. And the winter again, the same thing. And plus there is like day and night, early morning, noon, evening, night. Right? And you will see like it's so much fun like in the night. In some places you will see the sky, and I don't know why it is not that much in here. Like you still see a little bit because the days are longer, right? So I think it should be summer, the days should be longer, you still see something bluish like that. Really nice. So the night one is like more lit, is better than other ones like so pitch dark. And yeah, so it's fun. And plus the weather and the snow and the weather is nice. I wish like if there would have been like if I select the summer cloudy, there should be rain, or in some way like even if I say like in the noon maybe or in the night maybe there should be rain, but only the even when you have cloud and you say okay, the summer you can have leaves falling, like even less density but leaves falling. In the autumn you can, oh there is fog, see, so there's fog, and they and in the day could be the leaves falling. It's nice, and that give me idea like we could make it in unreal procedurally, like only this road maybe, not the whole thing, but only this part of the road, like just road looking straight. So the road looking straight, just like this part, but all the season and weather variation would be so much fun. So yeah, so this is like go crazy, go crazy. There's a link in the chat. Go and go play. It's endless. You can keep going. It never ends basically. And yesterday while I was working, I just put it on my tablet, and here there is I think auto driving also. So you click auto drive and it just keep going in there, and you see, and yeah, you can. It's kind of Zen driving thing. So it will just keep driving through the thing, and the things will change from hills and stuff. And there's so basically it's a funny how I found like I'm going through driving classes, so I was looking for something for learning the rules of driving. I found this. Isn't it fun? Like how internet is awesome. So just keep driving. I just put it on my tablet and let it run. So it was like zen, and the music is going on, and you're driving. And yeah, so it's wish list. Like I believe they're gonna make more changes, and it's based on I think their topograph or something. Yeah, topograph. So topograph is basically landscape in web based 3D. So it's good. So even if this application could be used for web navigations and other stuff. Yeah. So just awesome, right? So close it so you can have fun. And then let's come back to our project. Okay, so if I show you, here is our project which was we were working on, and you see the rocks I exported are exported and all over the place right now. And as I said last time, I will use some resources. So I had this already in my library, and you keep an eye on Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is good, like they all sometimes have Unreal package. It's like 20 euros, 30 euros sometimes, but you get like 60 for 70, sometimes 100 packages. Unreal scenes, like it's like half a euro for a whole environment sometimes, or a whole pack. So that's how like I had a lot of them in my library setting. So I picked this one for I thought like there is a grass, there is debris which can be easily used, and this gave me really nice the fog idea and everything. I was like, this look like the scale. Even we can put our thing inside here, and we create the river and everything itself. And the second one is like, so from Decagon, is these rock packs, right? They don't have this debris one is like this. I will try to make it circular, but we will use these ones. And I liked the quality. There is awesome. They are awesome. Okay, so these two packs I have imported already in our scene. And also what I did is I converted it to 5.6 to test out one thing, test out our water. You see the water became really simple right now, but I wanted to test the this thing, if this work. Don't crash. So I click reset, so I hope it don't crash. So basically it's a simulation of water. I did not test it before last time, but I just wanted to have okay. Okay, so it did not work in there. So but we can create this water thing here again. So usually what it should do is when you click reset, it should simulate the water flowing. Yeah. And for now it's not doing. Let's see if it have water body in there. Hmm. Source river bodies, so it's don't have. Okay, and let me add water body added. Okay, see, something is happening. So now you can select shallow body and you can say reset. You see something is happening, but it's here. Why it is here, I don't know. We can create it again. This river body is not big. You just need to turn on the water. If I say why this is okay, this is now above the terrain. Now I think it was below the terrain. Maybe it will see it was turning cross. So let's test it. I will move it up and let's try. If it don't, we'll no waste. See the it creating the water, but it's not in the place. So what we can do, if we want to quickly test it out, okay, I'll delete the water body. Because it's linked to that, so it's gonna say, "Hello, I will go cry." So we can remove it and yes, delete anyway. It's okay. So we don't have any, so we have simple one, and then we just simply add it. So you search river, water body river. So the shallow we already have. Okay. So let's try. I'll drag and drop here again. Let's start from here. And water. So it's asking for to adding layer. It's creating thus. So let's move it. Look at that. It's sculpting the terrain also. Last time it was not, so it's better for us. So I will simply make it go down. And also we don't need it to be the large river because it's a stream, not a river. So we'll control it anyway. Let's let it go. Oh, let's go. Let's go at distance. Slightly make the terrain down. I don't know if it's gonna affect it or not. Perfect. Okay. So the stream is, we can see the stream coming from there. And I will just make it a little bit more longer. Okay, awesome. So let's give it, move it to, where's the move is it already in the water? No. move to water. Okay, and then shallow water we need to assign it again, and source the water body, and again look at that chaosness. Why it is happening, I'm not sure, but definitely making a square in there. Let's try sync. Okay, so we can delete these one. It should not, but it's like less chaotic now, but it's definitely flowing. It's definitely flowing, but in different direction. Why, I don't know. So but we can try one thing. Surely there is a bunch of settings in our river which we can use to control our thing. So first I'm gonna try less. um, should we remove it from there, then it will work. So it didn't reset, but we can, here we can say fall off how much we want. So we can reduce the fall off basically from here to here, and edge offset. See, so we can increase the depth on, so how much, up and down we want it to be. So let's keep it 16 only, and blurring how much the thing, and the kernel effects is like basically about this. What you can do, if it's straight, you can put some kernel noise, so it will make it bit organic. So you have two of these, so you can play with these settings to make it more organic. For now it is not working because our displacement, again, we can have, you see, it's affecting our terrain also this time, which is good. And let's try once more, and then we will move on to placement of the other asset which I got from the market. And why, I don't know why it is below the terrain. And should be, where is our, basically placed it, where we have placed, where is the move? Wait, I will take shallow water again. Shallow, I will drag and drop somewhere. Yeah, where is it? It's not show up the gizmo. Here is the gizmo. Good. Let's move this to water also. And also, like when you're creating some of these folders, so you can right click and you say make current folder. So whenever you bring in some new asset in the scene, it will come in the folder, so it will become green, that this is current. Okay, so just a small thing which is nice in 5, I think. Let's add, okay, better, it came at least. So you see that now I can show you the curl setting first. At least it will be visible. So in the curl, so I can make 0.2. So I see it's make it like more wavy, more organic. You see it's cutting the terrain off here. And let's try, and this one also adding and cutting in there. And then we have tiling. So small, I think more. More is like larger number, you say, the you get more organic. And this one I'll make 16, so it's much more organic. Let's reduce the number. Okay, so yep, so see, we got much more organic without doing much stuff. And then we can control again fall off, how much we uh, you know want the edge to be eroded and fall off. Basically it's make it smooth. And I think we can move this down and yeah, play with the other setting also. Now let's, finger crossed, let me save it as, and to the church maps, save. Before, if it crash, then we will have the backup. Okay, so let's look at, hello Ashraf, how are you, how are you, welcome. So that, yes, I don't know, it's the bug, if it's a bug or something like that. We'll see, but at least in yours working now. But let me know if you still face this, we can check how things work in there. But and overall, welcome, thank you for joining in. And yeah, it jumped in, why it jumped in here, and it our, where is our this composition line, which is we don't want yet. Yeah, now let's try if that work. Shallow water, reset, and voila, perfecto, it's working. I think this one is higher, so it should work, go in direction. And now we can play with material to get this thing. Now, perfect. I don't need to. Whatever. We'll see with the now everything else. So now it's working. I'm happy that it's working. So now I can show you in action. I press one and I reset, and it just flow the water. So what did happen is basically consider everything. Everything it comes on the way. Gonna create the foam. What I can do, I can try one thing quickly. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'll turn this off. We have these two things in here. I will try to create a stream, basically. Terrain gonna fight for it. So basically a sudden drop in the terrain. So maybe it gonna create that water effect, basically. So let me reduce the speed. So it's like basically it's coming down. I want it to be more sharp, so we can, that's why I'm pushing it closer. Okay, so here, see, we got some terraces, and plus we'll create place rocks and other stuff also. Perfect. See, so we got some terraces, and maybe create more, like I will move this in here, and let's move, because this is the part which is gonna be visible more than anything else. So it will be nice to have, see, the terraces, and we can add another one. Go crazy also. So we got the terraces, basically. Terraces means these steps, basically. Okay, so we have it now. Let's try if it don't crash also. Save. I want to see if it create, I can see it's flowing there. Let's reset. I want to see if it create foam or not. Haven't created the form yet, but it's creating these, see, it's creating these, it's falling down. That is perfect, so I love it. So at least we got this much now. And also it's really big, which I don't want it to be. I believe we can change the width anyway. So let's make it 256 half, and depth is fine. Let's, and also like this, I think depth can help us basically define, should, do we have to do it in the curve? So if I select all of them, I think, yeah, there is a width, select all point, and the width I 102. Yeah, make it smaller, better, because it's a stream anyway, it's not a river. Now we can control it more. And depth, let's try if it works. Hmm. See, finally, look at that. Look at that, we got it. So, and yep. So we got some foam, which is perfect. I think I wanted to create 100. So we need to increase the depth so we get the foam. See, the 256 is there, 512 more. Perfect. Okay. So depth helps us. Velocity, let's make it double. Okay. Perfecto. And I think there is audio also near to it. But I'm happy. Look at that. Foam is there. Finally. And, and here is because I think the location, the center part is high. This part is high. So other part is flowing on the other direction. So what we can do is simply make it higher. So all of it flow on the other direction. Where is the at least this part is good. And you have the buoyancy plugins, you can put stuff on top of it also, like leaves and other stuff. And again, it's simulated, but be careful. I don't want your system to fry. And yeah, so this is on them. And as you remember, these rocks will go, we'll make it simplified. This rock will also not be there. Okay, so we'll have, let me delete this one. So we'll have the visibility to see the water falling from there. And if I show you the composition rule, see, our church is at third and our path is also there, and then I created this S curve basically. Okay. And we will have fog, so basically we'll not see the back of the scene much. So that was the plan. And we're gonna remove these also. So good stuff, good stuff. We are on a good path now. Okay, let's see. As early stream for this time, I surprised I saw the notification. Yeah, so because I have something to do in the evening, so I decided to do it early on. And I will do maybe 2 streams now, because we have to catch up a lot and I want to do more stuff and I have some time, and I want to make a habit of working. So whatever I will work, I will just stream basically with you guys. So whatever I'm working on, basically making plants and little stuff, like the game I showed before, something like that we will try to make in Unreal, but fully foliage and landscape related. By the way, I need it needs a good collision to the form to create it. No, yes, yes. It's basically, I think the depth, basically depth gave it in there for now. Basically the water, I see this thing is happening. I think that it need have, for it to happen we need this thing. The terrain resolution we need to improve. I think there is a simple command to improve the tessellation in the terrain, but totally fine because we're gonna place rocks and all also, so those will go also create the foam in there. And it's still going in the other direction, doesn't matter because this matters more to us. Okay, so as I showed before, I will show you again. So this is the scene by Fresh Can, okay, which I found really interesting. I had in my library, and it have grass and all the different rock asset and also. And the second one is this from Decagon, which have some rock asset. So this is majorly I will going to use all these rocks, and they have this debris one which is not square. So maybe I'll use these ones to simulate and create the square one. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we are doing. And Vikram, hello, 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 good evening, welcome. So let's start with this thing. I just remember this one. Where did it go? Where did the mesh go? Okay, so let's go to landscape. manage splines, and we have this spline, and we select all the segments. Mm, switch. Oh, okay. Okay, it's now like that. Okay, good. And we have mesh, and I will assign it again. Where did it go? What's not showing up? So let's delete this one. Add. It's not showing up in here for some reason. But if I show you here, we have created this mesh, which was like a quick test. Okay. It's from an image. We put that image on here, and we can definitely change the corner and generate some more stuff on there. But I had this dirt path mesh. We just whatever here we need, so we select it and we just add it. It should work. Select all segment. I don't know. Versus scale. Okay, let's see if it is below the ground or something. Nothing. Scale us to nothing. That's weird. And it's weird. Let's maybe it's some bug or something like that. It's not showing up, but it was in the previous version. It was there. It should work normally. Okay, no worries. So now let's start placing the rocks. So we'll see, and I believe we need to have them impact in there. We can do it, and this is based in the foliage actor, which is good always to place it. But for the tool to work, I don't think it's gonna work with the if we're gonna place it using things. So all the nearby stuff we're gonna place it using manually, and whatever is on the distance we're gonna do it using foliage tool. Okay. And why is that? Because it's the memory stuff, and thus we can improve anyway. Let me it can be covered with the rock also, so we don't have to worry. If I show you the rock in there, where did our okay. And we had rocks and meshes, and here are our rocks. I believe they might have given the materials. Yeah, there are materials and the textures. I even try. Now these are the masks basically in there. So I even thought of we can put this mask into vertex color. So it will save memory more, but it's okay. That's another more work I don't want to take on myself. So here are the meshes. You see there are like large one and small one, which we have to figure by placing them which one is which. So let's just start by seeing. I will just drag and drop in the scene, and we'll see how big those are. And see they have nice triplanar in there, which is good. It's good. This one is can come here, and it's I think it's gonna be fine when we scale it. Let's see triplanar texture works. But we will not scale them much for now. We'll just keep them in here and see how big those different ones are. Nice. This is a rock, so we'll just put them here. Another one. This is the cliff side, so might be useful here. Cliff. Yeah, good. It's tiny, so might be useful here in this side. I think then these one 8A to A1, these are all small. So we're gonna place them using foliage tool anyway. So these are all small. 8F here, these also small. Let's say 10A. This is good. The naming is weird. 10, and then there is 12A. This is also good. Could act as a debris piece also. And then we have our debris piece, which is small compared to, okay, this is like pebbles and all. It's not even that big, which so we have definitely have to make. So, and I think then it's the nanite mesh. I think these are the static mesh, I believe. It's nanite. It's a nanite. And let's see if, yeah, these are small one we don't need. Yeah, small one again, don't need. So we have all these big ones, okay, which we can use to place in here, and also place in here. So like imagine like this is the one, I'll say okay, I can simply scale it up and cover up the side. And also I think in the shader, let's see if they have this layer A, layer B is the rocks basically. And do we have micro normal? You don't need overlay because we need something on top. On upward blend, add AO to influence the upward layer. Let's see. So if we need something, some texture, we'll give it some grass texture. Let's see if that works, because I want to have top. Just give me a second. Textures. This one, let's try this. Yep. So we have something on the top. This is some random one I took. We will just take the one on the terrain, so it will. I think these ones. I think this is the rock normal, adding it to the detail, tiling the good stuff. Yeah, this is like how much we want. Opacity, which is again contrast is good. Okay, keep it. Let's keep it. Okay. So we have our rock, and again the rock material we can use the same, and the grass also, the whichever we have here we can use the same, so we can it look the same. So if you give me a second, I can drag and drop that one. Weekly textures. Is this one? Seems not matching. And do we have any other background cover? Nope, I think this is the one. For some reason it's too dark. Did we change it? Yeah, we changed it for the ground. I remember now. but it will not. We try to change it for the color, I think. What we can do is I can duplicate this one and use that instead. Just a second here. Select this one. Yeah, much better. So yeah, so this is basically we have to do it on each material. That's a shame. Oh come on. If I wish I had, we can change these settings and turn the top thing by default. I believe it will be much better. So I select this one and I go to master. This is the master. And upward blend is, nope. Is it have, like, there is another, why there is two master? Damn. And upward blend, we can upward blend default value, yes. And this is for the upward blend, and we have albedo. I will give our same texture. Okay. And we can change the values also. Let's see how it react. So did it show up? Upward blend is not on by default. I think, yeah, it's, and this one we changed also, no? Was it the wrong one we have picked? Okay, no worries. That we can do the value. I think it will be quicker afterwards. But let's test out some things. I will place these things here for now, and also like stuff like this. You can bring it, place it inside in the corner. Yeah, so it add the detail, and surely when we will have our all the stuff mapped, like the shaders and everything updated, it's gonna be nice. And again, like when you will have vertex color, you can directly take the vertex color in the shader, and it should just work basically, right, with this single shader. Now you have all the different maps. Anyway, it's gonna have the vertex color, so why not use it for some purpose in the end? It's here. Let me just duplicate this one in the places, and we'll try out the water shader thingy again. Place this here. I'm just intentionally placing the same thing because we can replace it anyway afterwards. There will be a lot more. Okay, I think it's good enough, and I will just take one more, place it here. Yeah. Let's see. Although we have reference from the one river we looked a while ago, so that can also help us placing things, but mostly it is just good stuff. So let's try the form and everything, how it build up. So as I remember from the tutorial which we watched long time, we have tags in here. Is it the component tags or second tags? So I'll just search tag. So there is component tag and there is actor tag. So I believe this, let's try. We call it stream or str rock. Okay, copy this, go to shallow water river, and there are again collisions, and let's try adding it here. Let me save it also, so if it crash then we'll save it. Hello Sierra creates which software is this? Is this like this is Unreal and we are using its own plugin, water plugin in there if you are curious. And changing AO value in the scene doesn't work for me when I visualize it, showing everything white. Do you know how to fix that? Let me check. Like I will try looking in there and then we'll check. Okay. Um, I don't know if it's is it reacting? Nope. Is it? It does not reacting with this. It's not, no. Nothing changing. So and this we haven't added. Okay, so this one not work. So let's try component. Let's add in both of them. Okay, so we have added the rock. I can look at the tutorial also. Nice. See, then we select it. Yep, yeah. So the component one is reacting now. So we can see. Now it's reacting to it. Reacting aggressively, that we have to change the setting. For some reason, this water seems really, big. I think no. Component tag, add. It's not working. So let's try actor tag. Do we have to reset the simulation so it knows? Let me try in this one, just this, and this one, and just an actor. This is just component, so we'll know which one is working for sure. Okay, yeah, so this one is working, this one is not. So we definitely need a component tag or actor tag, basically we need. So let's add that in here. And does it start working? No, we have to resimulate, but it's good like this is in there, although like this look like a really thick oil, not water. Maybe we need to increase the resolution, and it's like it's giving this getting crazy also. But we have at least. And just placing them randomly for now. We can fix it later on. Okay, good. Let's take this one also and place something. Again, there will be a lot more variation. For now, I just placed it randomly. Let's do one more thing and place the rock here. And good stuff. Just to have variation in there. Support the water, make form. Okay, last thing. Then we continue placing in the other place. Save so we don't crash. It hurts when it crash. Yep, look at that. We trapped the water or what? Poor fella. Please let me go. You should technically just go. I mean to check the setting. Definitely we need to check the setting. Why it is flickering? Look at that. Okay, one more time. I'll check the buoyancy and the thickness and everything. I'll check how we can achieve that and get more. For now, I'm happy that we can get this one. Okay, the foam and everything is coming. Too many rocks maybe, but it should be much easier to you know to achieve the foam. Nice. The B block. Too much water. Let's move this also down. Good stuff. Okay. No worries. I'll sort it out. How we can basically make it go swizzle swizzle. Like if I show you the concept art, where is pure ref? Pure ref is here. Again, so this is basically in there. It's like a really tiny small one. It's really shallow and still creating this thing. And our one is okay. Don't suffer. The water just stopped there. Maybe we need to increase the speed. Let me see if we can just go crazy. Speed 50 and nope, and speed 1. You're gonna come slowly. Look at that. So apparently slow was better. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, too much time. I will place and we can keep playing with it and everything. But I'm happy with this, and you can play with the shader and everything also. So now let's look at Ashra Stout and 5.6 have changed it. Let is here and pop for visualization. Where is ambient occlusion? Should we search here? AO is there. Occlusion here. Buffer visualization only. Yeah, mine is also white. Is it because of the we have it? Just give me a second. We have post process volume. Okay, and effect the world. Where is can we just turn it off and see? Yeah, it is working. But then if we go to buffer visualization and let's say, why can't it be alphabetical? Yep, mine is also white Ashra. Good find. So that's another thing. I'll write it down. So I will check it in there, like how to fix the AO. I don't know. Honestly, never, never. I think last time someone asked me to check the AO was in 2018, I believe. There was one of my friend was working in the cinematic animation. Basically, they want to render the passes. They're like, how to do it? So I was like, okay, I will check. They wanted to have a high resolution AO basically as a pass. So it's okay for now. Yeah, we'll look. And mainly what we need to do is have them placed around here. And you see, we don't have any geological assets, large or even small one. So this gonna help us a lot. Here, yes, just to make it bigger. Place it. We can even move it to inside. And should I try? I will restart it. I need to, but we can try the physical layout plugin also. So let me. I found out why I was not able to see physical layout, because in the category inside I didn't had install to engine. Is it available? Oh, it's not available for Unreal 5. Sad, sad. We can do one thing. We can do one thing. We can duplicate and we can simulate it. Want to try? I want to try. With the small one, without the small one and the medium one, it will look odd. So let me look in the camera first. So what we all see. So there is these cliffs we see. Okay, and we don't have any cliffs, so we can place some cliffs in here as well. And we need by the river. You see, it's already started to add some interest in there, and we have some debris here which we can improve more. So if I show you, you come here, you come to foliage. Okay, and you got this menu. I will bring in the meshes which were there in the rock meshes. I'll select all the one from here, basically all of these. Okay, and I will just drag and drop here. So you got all of them. Select you get the brush. You can go crazy, you can place them like this, and then it's gonna place some rocks randomly. Yeah, and then I can show you here maybe. See, look at that. Yeah, I'll remove all of them, and because it's tiny, what we can do, we can say okay, scale 1 to 2, z offset -5, what like more if it's there, and align to normal we want, and the density we don't want that many, so let's make it less. We see if we need more. And shallow water we can turn off these so we can see what happening. You see, you're getting basically rocks. Okay, you can place them anywhere. This will add really well interest in the scene. For now it's like too small, I believe, so maybe I make 5. Let's see, so we have more variation in there, right? Better. This is not too deep, and I will try to reduce the depth, and they actually work along with the terrain, so they will automatically shift, so we don't have to worry that much. Let's see. I think the density is too much. In the river it's fine. Inside the river bed you can add this much density, but outside we need less. Let me try one. Better. Okay, so we have it here, and also like we can scatter the rocks other places. And to test the z offset is minus, I think you're gonna put more underneath. Let me see, we can reduce, we don't need on the path, but we have something basically painted rocks, basically bunch of them. So if I come to the camera angle, and you can, let me reduce. Let's see. And you don't have to mainly paint always. What you can do, you can now procedurally you can put it into this procedural node like we have, and then it just generate. Even in the other scene we had it uh, use these volumes in the smaller scale to scatter some unique stuff overall. If you feel it's too much, you can remove it, and you can make it around the cliffs more. You can add them around the cliffs, so we have more of these. And definitely we're gonna have cliffs and everything there. And if you want to have cliffs also, so I can do close these, take the cliff meshes, bring them here. So now you have, and rather than that you can say single, and you can cycle through one, so now you can place one by one. And the density is maybe it's because of the density. Okay, the scale also is, there's some one is really small. Let me check which one is it. Yeah, this one. So this one, remove. So now these four are there, and we can say 4, and let's scale them up to align to normal. I think they are like upside down if they are made. Do we have any setting to, I think so. If we can offset them or rotate them, because this angle, because their pivot is underneath there, it is not right. Otherwise we have to do it again and again in there. So yeah, we don't have any, although we can make another path, another rock, we can rotate it and place them on their back, and then place it. But it's also not an issue. You can take this one and local, okay, why it is, okay, you can place it, you can scale it. Axes are all over the place. So this is still a foliage asset, like even, so this gonna be a lot more pain compared to the other one. Okay, but we can place it like that. But I believe like rather than this, it's gonna be a lot of time taking if we're gonna place them like this. So yeah, just go ahead, we're gonna go ahead and place it simply manually. So duplicate. Let me place it. And also the PCG can do it. We can take PCG and we can take slope. If you guys up for it, let me know in the chat. If you guys want to see how to do it using PCG, I can play with it because I'm not really master in it. But you can try placing it using PCG. Maybe we'll get some more unique results than or more quicker result, not unique but quicker, because we can similarly to this terrain. I can show you how you can do it using the procedural tool also. Okay. So imagine you want to do it using a procedural tool. Okay. So let's just do it. That thing at least I know we can do. So this is the procedural volume. Okay. It need a procedural thing. So I'll take this. This is forest. So I'll come here. We have created this procedure long time back. Okay. So I will duplicate this one and I will say rocks. Okay. And inside we need the foliage type which we have already saved, but we can create it using the same here. So we have inside the tree, we have in rocks, we can copy it inside rocks. So shall take our this foliage type. I'm gonna take one of this and rock, copy here, and foliage type rock cliff 1a. So we got this, open this, and we need a geomet mesh, and mesh we already have. And I will give one of these. Okay, so let's take this one. Okay, and just put in there. Nothing else we have to change. We can change the scale, and I will say okay, 3 3 3 6 6 6. Okay, uniform scale and density. Okay, I'll say okay, we'll go with 1 for now, and nothing else. And only thing you get is see slope. Okay, and we want it on more slope. So I will go by 30 to 90 for now. Okay, we can go more also, but 90 is fine. Like the stiff slope and the less slope, we can change it and hide again. And there is another way, like you can say exclude or include the layers here. So we have done it in the painting also. So we say okay, exclude from layer 6 or something like that. Okay, for now let's just keep it. And in our from now we can just simply in our procedural here, and we can just drag and drop this into our scene as well. And where is our cliff here? Okay, I will drag and drop here. It's tiny for now. Here it is. And we have, I think, bound inside here. You can scale it also, so I'll just make it bigger. 10,000, 5,000. So we got this box. And so we can cover this cliff only, this tiny portion. I will rotate it by the road. We can scale it afterwards as well. So we got this, and then we just need to simply click simulate. Where is it? Where is it? Not simulate. Yeah, resimulate. And it created trees because we have trees also in there. So we didn't put the foliage type inside there. So we add this one, and we don't need other one yet. So I'll just delete them, save, and let's resimulate. You got rocks. And also this one, you can pick what where it is doing simulating. So I think we are simulating on top of everything, And where is the setting? Like on static mesh, on BSP we don't want. We just only want on the thing. So we simulate and we get something here. Okay, these one are there. So if you can I can go to foliage, select the one we have placed, these ones, and you delete it. Okay, and even this one, and these one we place manually, so it's okay. And this one are coming from, I think, from foliage. Now let's increase the density. Okay, in the foliage type rock density, let's do it 50. Let's go crazy. It's in sans not to worry that much, but it might crash, so be aware of. And didn't we save it? Save. Yep, it is simulating. And also in the here also we have some settings so to do it, but everything else is inside in here. We don't need to change much. So let's try adding a 0 in there. Okay, on density let's make it 50 and make it 10. A radius is like basically if it intersect with it, so you can also vertex clone mask we don't need. Okay, is it because the slope should not align to normal? We don't need. Random jaw is good. Yeah, here is the basically clustering. Like if you want to create clustering, you can say, okay, so here's the collision radius and shade radius. So shade radius is basically when you have one big tree and you don't want to grow another small tree in there, right? So you can use this setting. So it define like how big the cluster is, or if you don't want the other asset to intersect, you can give it. Okay, so then you can say avoid the other one. Let me try reducing this one. See, it changed based on that. And now you can increase this one, so you can add more. Okay, and then density. Okay, so we got cliffs on where we have slopes, and basically you can go crazy even in there. Let's try a spread variance. So this clustering is like really explained well in the old tutorial we have. Basically if you basically if I explain in there, is my pen. It's not about this. It's you can study. It's really easy. Nothing to worry too much. But if I show in that, so like say like there are like number of steps. Steps are like you how many points you want. So like it's like 6 points I have, and then you say like initial like seeds per step is in there, and then how many seeds it will subseed it will create. Like then you can have 3 seeds uh per seed. Okay, and then spread variance is the distance how far they will spread, basically the clustering, how far the cluster should be. So if you want tiny clusters, then keep this less and density less, basically. But if you want less seed and more difference, when the more you increase the density and everything, it's gonna work on those seeds basically. Then it put the density around that, but it takes the seeds like that. So it's really powerful. But the only thing which I felt was lacking in this, it have this fall off curve, which say okay this should go down, but there was no option to there was to change the scale. But what I wanted to go by age, it have the max age and minimum age in there which you can define, but it do not take it by the fall off gradient of it. Maybe it take, I don't know, but it didn't take. So if you give it like 10 age of trees and then you want that clustering to follow that age, it didn't follow that well. Okay, so I don't want to scale it, but I want to place the trees with that gradient. But overall, you see, you have you can play with these settings. And I will say, okay, 10, okay, and you simulate and you get more of these cliffs in there. And now this matter of scaling it and placing it, you can do it manually again here. I'll just make it 2, and also this also 2, and this 10, so we cover the most of it. And I will move it up. Even I can go, like, let's see how it look with here. Go down and simulate. See, okay, and it's not fully down, so I'll just make it below. Look at that craziness. Now because these are all straight, even if we make it normal, aligned to normal, it's not correct. So if I bring in this is foliage tab, um, need to see the static mesh, right? For example, this is pivot is below here. I want it to be in the center of it. So there is a way to do it. You can easily do it, like you can bring it in here. Inside, you don't need to export it again from it, because anyway I don't have the source file for this. You can go to modeling tools. I think you need to go to edit pivot, okay, and use the center. It came into the center. It's better you do it in the empty level. And I would like to align it also. Basically, it's wide like that, so I want it to point outwards like this, no? Okay. So in the center, and in here, and you accept. I think it should update in on the object itself. So when I open it again, now you see it's in the middle of the ground now. And you saw it shaking the things here also. It's not high now. Now let's do the changes in there. So we want it to align to normal now. With the cluster, we say align to normal. So if I save, select, resimulate, everything is aligned to normal now. Is it good? Let me make it smaller so we see if it is doing good. Otherwise, what I'm gonna do, in here, where did the rock go? Do we delete it? No, this is one. And I'll say edit pivot. I want it to the Z to follow this, right? So it's outward of the surface. The Z is following up. So accept again. I'll show you what happening. This will change again, because right now it's doing it from pointing up. Now you see here, now it is like laying flat on the ground. So this is how it will be, and we have random yaw, so it is not basically poking out of the surface that much. Let's do the changes in the scale. We have anyway uniform scaling. We don't have to do it on all of them. So let's do 2 and save. Make it smaller and select this. Wait, so do we have to save it? Okay, it's still, how come it is too still big? The box is right. We have changed the scale. That should automatically take it. There is nothing in here we can change. Save, save. Ground slope is good. should technically, let me move it. And we have even 0.1, 0.1. Why it is not taking it into account? Let's do minus 100 to minus 50. Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, see, they shifted, but why not the scale? I have, let's try 0.1. It should not usually. Yeah, I don't know why scale is not working in this. But overall, you see, we have cliffs basically. I don't know what is wrong with the scale, why it is not working. Let's decrease the density and see from the clustering. Number staff density 0.25. Yep, it is working here. Do we have any scale in here? Max age. I think maybe when we were scrolling, we might have did that setting in here. The scale variation procedural scale is there, but this is like it can grow in shade. That's the setting when I was talking about you can do. And let's do this. Yep. So it's here. So we'll say 0.5 to 2. We get this. Cliffs are covered. And now we can spread distance. Let's make it 200. See, it's growing and variation is fine, 0.1. So now you see we have maybe 50. See, so now we have 50 points, which is like too much comparatively. Yeah, so now you got cliffs all over the place. Yeah. Now we will have when we'll have normal on top, it will look good compared to that. Let's see if because I want less 0.2. I want them to be sparse, and there could be more of these, but I want them to be sparse. Okay, and we can add, definitely we can fix the other one and we can just add it and it will just work. And let's another thing, let's do z offset. We had z offset, we say okay from minus 200 to minus 100. Save, resimulate, and they will go a little bit down. It's good. I'm liking this one. So let's move this on the duplicate this one here, and now we'll just scale it on X simply, and you resimulate. You got clips on that. Yeah, it's aligning to normal. It's like it's because like it's too flat. Again, this is what I wanted to fix because it's too flat. That's what I want to fix. Let's decrease the seeds. See if it's a density, so this doesn't matter. Where's the clustering here? So I'll make it 5. So you get, some places you get this, which is good. Let make me this one is, and let's spread variation into 1500. So it's like a variation for each one. You see, now they are spreading more. and I believe this is like too small, maybe point 2. Oh shit, point 2, point 1. Right, so now you have these sparse, which is good. Let's try increasing these. Okay, too many. 7, 5 was good only then. You see dense, if I increase the density and reduce this and substep plus try 2. Yep, so there are more 3. Yep, now it's better. See, so now we know that there are, and this is the scale we are getting for our cliff, which is really small. We want more, so we can change the scale now. So 5 to 10. Look at that. Yeah. And let's make it 3 to 5. Good. My 6. Just make it 6 and good. And again, like this spread variation is good, and you make it, and you're gonna make them more sparse. And let's try 3. You get more. And we had z offset. Again, like this is like just play with the settings. So if you ever think like, oh, what's going to happen, just play with these settings. There is nothing more than that. There is like a really good video a long time back came. I think I watched it in 2017-18. It's like when they had open world demo in Unreal Engine 4. They explained this really well in their settings. Okay, so I learned from there only. So yeah, just go crazy. Slope angle we can change still with this. I wanted to change. Let's see. I want to see what is the size of it. So it is, if you see the approximate size is 1800 600. So the 600 is more. So if the center we can go by 200, or let's okay go by this and 200 from the center of it. So when we'll go and resimulate again, and it's too much maybe, but it should not go away in general. Yeah, there. I think maybe it was too much. Okay, right. So now we have basically slopes with the cliffs, and we have random yaw, and we have random pitch angle. So let's try 5. Yep, a little bit. Let's try 15. Yeah, it's rotating. Let's go crazy. 50. Yep, so it became cliff, and simply now we don't have to do anything on this side because it's the same thing. We just select the cube and we say resimulate, and we get this. Yep. That's why it's wonderful. I love this thing. And maybe this we did overdid, so I'll make it 30. Resimulate. It's calm down a bit. Maybe we did the scale too much. We say okay 2 and 4 maximum, and we resimulate, and we got the clocks. And same thing, it's just matter of, and it's really well, you don't have to do it. You don't create, you can create it without bounds, so it go everywhere. Now let's test this out on our mountain. So I'll bring it here, and we can try the pcg also to populate things. I know it's gonna be big, might crash my pc. but I'm ready to take the risk. I'll save it also before clicking simulate. Okay, I don't want in this. I want a static mesh. We'll see if it do it. Last time I did not simulate on top. So here's my save button and simulate. Enable. Oh, okay. See what is saying? Ensure the large. Okay, so it's not taking again on this cliff for some reason, which is weird. Like why it is not taking here is really weird. Okay, let's just chat. I wanted to place some trees on the mountains using PCG, but I didn't work as intended. As for the far tree, I would use local trees at the card. Yes, 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 definitely. And also, like if it's an instance, it does not matter much because it's like one draw call. So if you have even have million trees, but they are the same tree, and just the instance you have, it's just matter of you know matter of just doing it. So if this is not working here, then we cannot use this one. So let's try. We have this now. You got the hang idea of this thing. That means we can do this anytime. Let me come to selection and hello everyone. Everyone say hello to my mom. My ultimate fan. And yep, so we can see the cliff here, so we on the back we need to see. So it's similarly, let's try it out. Okay, so I'm not sure if we're gonna work, so I will go to our procedurals, where is the procedurals, and I'll create a new folder called PCG, and let's create a PCG graph instance, a graph now. And I don't know, we don't spline. We simple forest is there, which is good. We can use that one. I think these are the presets which we already have. Biome core. Oh, there is that also. I didn't tried. Let's try initialize from template. Yes, good. And we say mount PCG mountain rocks only, and we got something. And there's surface sample, which is rocks, trees, and grass, and hit query. I think you can sample here the surface from. I think it's the from the world hit query, but we don't want it to be on there. Can we mention what it should be? So let's try this out if this works. I don't know. This is the first time I'll try. Yep, yep, yep. It is working. So okay, let's make it. Mm, yes, look at that. So it's only working on the terrain, so it's taking which is good compared to what we have, but we don't want it to on the there. So let's see if it's a ray hit world raycast ray hit query world, and let's say sampler sample static mesh static mesh let's take this one and let's add static mesh in there. Where is our mountain? It might crash, so be aware. It's already crying. So, and here we have our landscape. Where is the mountain we have placed? Church. Oh, was it in the procedural? I think. It's better to get it from here. I'll say Control B here. So it's a some. Okay, so we got this one. Can we sample? Nope. So it's already doing the surface sampler. Like it's a surface sampler, and there's transform point. Can we do this? So it's so we need sampler basically. Sampler mesh sampler is there, and static mesh we add, and here we have so we can remove this, remove this. We don't need anything else, just this. Let's try it out. Should technically be showing. Okay, so we took mesh sampler and it's not doing anything else. We have broken all the points. So we take the transform point. Surface sampler is point density. And we don't need to set pruning, and I'll say okay, send it directly to that. And how to make it out? Combine or stick. How do we set it up as this one as output? How do we do it? So delete the other ones. Here's the output node. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. You should technically make it. How it's still working? Okay, so so we have it. Actually, have it. So it's here. See, it's basically rocks on top of the mountain. Actually, see, but I think it's placing it on the ground wherever it's sampling the surface and placing it on the ground. It doesn't matter where. So it's sampling it somehow on a terrain. But we were able to make something. So it's a success. I must say. I don't want this. And what is this? PCG world actor. What is it? Okay. Okay, no, let's not delve too much in that. So I will watch a tutorial and maybe make convert this into take static mesh, put points on top of that, and then we will. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's look at the chat. Okay, no questions. Okay, so this is there, and what I wanted to do was this river. Let's try playing with this river a bit. Then we'll just look at PCG again. I want to reduce the depth of it. Where is the depth? Depth. Do we have to select the point? Yes. And the depth. Not this one. Yep, this is the one. Let's make it less. A bit smaller. Okay, and fall off and everything we can change. And this is to basically make it smooth river or stream, whichever. That's okay, and let's see. So, so it's not fully water body, select all point. It's too much. Mila, will those small rocks even be visible in the mountain render? Because your scene is. I'm gonna make them super huge. I'm going to make them large enough because it doesn't matter because there are distance. I just want to show some detail in there. Even we can put trees, and even we can take our scene in there in the other one, the one I showed you before. We can take there also. River depth. So it might be visible, so we can change in there. Hosine, great, you liked it. Do you have any good tip for optimization of a big scene like that? Because I have some issue in the personal project and metro station effect. So make LEDs and optimize geometry, and that is the way you can do it. Otherwise, it, it definitely gonna cause problems, surely. So what we can do, Nanite can do the LOD and things. Uh, you know, can do the LODs automatically. But what you need to do is, if you are not using the Unreal Engine 5, you're not able to handle, then you can simply make the LODs for it, a simply decimated version, and then that you can share, and it will be good. Okay, that will really is because like if you see the trees and everything which we imported were like 100,000 polygons, and there was no optimization. So you can simply decimate it in Blender. Inside you can do decimation, and you can make LEDs inside Unreal also. Like I can show you how you can do it easily. Imagine that the trees everything is in Nanite right now, but it doesn't matter. For example, you need LEDs for this. Okay, and I believe modeling tools. Let's see if modeling tools have something for it. And attributes, LOD manager is there. UVS is not there. Bake is nothing there. Voxel is not what we are working on. Mesh is just mesh related stuff. Model is model related stuff. Deform, we don't want. X form, nothing related to LODs. Create is the creating the mesh, I believe. And favor we don't have. So we have LOD manager. Let's open this up. And it's asking source model LOD. Okay, I think it's already have. Okay, so there are like, see, there are like these. And how can we see it here? Okay, not here. Then you open it. Okay, so I'm open the model. Here is our mesh, and you can see if it have LODs or not first. So you can say at LOD 0. This one, you can see wireframe also 1, okay, 2 and 3. All of are basically the same. There is LOD, but LODs are not optimized. You can remove the LOD from here directly. Okay, so or there is one another thing you can do as reduction settings. Okay, and you can reduce simply. And there is another one thing I did. You can do it. Just give me a second, guys. Like, I had to go to the door. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. So here we have our rock. Okay, so I believe if you just remove the LODs, we have a button to remove LODs, and collision is there. Collision remove is there. Tool is not there, but still, you can do. You can say, this is like large prop. Okay, and then you say, okay, this LOD group to yes. So it can create LODs also here in there. And how many LODs you want, you can just create like number of LODs 4. I can say okay, 0 and apply. Okay. So what happened? Just wait, and you see you have only LOD 0. Okay. And then you say okay, I want 5 or 4 LODs, and you apply changes. It's gonna create. Just a second, guys. Okay, so if you have here, so now you come here, you see you have LODs, and if I just check if it created the wireframe LOD1, it's not creating. Is it because of nanite? It should create. Okay, let's test another thing. In here, you can. I think reduction setting we did not. So it's here reduction. You say okay, I want 50%. Okay, apply. I'm gonna reduce. And now let's test out one. It's still, it's weird. It should number of LEDs 4. Maybe it's max number of triangle count. It should basically create automatically in here the LEDs. Let's try on this LED 3. This is size, and where did the reduction setting go? LED 3. You can remove the LED reduction setting, and it's already there. See, it's and let's reduce the count. Count is for now is 300,000, so we can just reduce it to 30000 with 30,000, or we can do it lesser also. What happened? I make it 3,000. Okay, and apply. Let it do its own thing. So it's LED 3, LED 2 is again, we have 25, we make it 10,000. Okay, you see it's in there. And LED 1 50%, and we change it to 1 2 3 4 5. Is by the count, it is in there. Let's see if it works. I think it's because of Nina, it might not work, but I've seen it working with let me see, apply changes. Maybe it's because of keep triangle percentage. I think it's here. Let's see. Okay, super slow. Okay, let's see the chat. Nice to have a randomness in its size. Milan and optimize UVs as well. Light bake maps can also improve the performance. Yes, definitely. Man, that's a huge poly in general for the rocks in the first place. Yeah, because nanite, when people have nanite, people just go crazy with the nanites. So now we have this geometry, which is dense. Let's try this out. If this work, see LED 1 and LED you can again reduce. 3 is more or less. Okay, so this is working in there in the polygon. So if I show you here, see. So currently it's 3,000. LED 2 is 10,000. LED 1 is also 10,000, which we can say okay should be 50,000 maybe, or you can okay let's go more crazy. LED 3 is 3,000. We say okay, no, it should be 500. Okay, you apply. Let it do its fun stuff. So you can basically create oh sorry, thank you Milan. Okay, yeah, so I just made it 500 LED 3, and it's trying its hard to make it so low poly from the model. So yeah, should have, it's extreme case. Yeah, it's taking time. Here, yeah, so it's like 500 triangles. So if you want to see, this is the wireframe. I wish is there any way to see wireframe on there? Like I know you can, if you see the collision all same, then you have the collision only, but I want to see the wireframe on top. It should give alt 1 maybe to have mesh on wireframe, basically both of them. So this is like 500 again. Okay, let's not double too much about the issues. LED 2 is 10,000, so you can again make it less. Okay, it should be 20 or 2,500 or Let's make it 2500. Apply changes, and then you will get LOD. Okay. Oh yeah, it's taking time in there, but overall you can make in here. We can try with the net. Also, we have keep triangle percentage, and we can reduce it by the LOD, like how the distance and everything goes. Um, yes, 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 it's there. It's under the meshes. So you can, if you want to make it the low poly, you can make it. This is LOD. We tried LOD manager, which is not working for us for some reason. I have to try also. So I haven't tried all the tools, to be honest. So now you have basically with the 2500. Okay. So LOD 3 is 500. LOD 2, LOD 1 is 50,000, and LOD 0 is the basically the same mesh. As you've seen, like it does not impact that much. Even if I look from this distance, LOD 3 is literally the same almost, right? So yeah, so be aware of the count, and people are going nuts with the nanite, how it is. And unless I'm using the vertex color data to drive the details on the rock, I don't need that many geometry. So if I show you, so this is that, and the LOD 3. So it's, even if it have less, I would say like 1000 2000 is gonna make it work. And yeah, so you do this, and also you make it small prop, so it load quickly. So you say okay, small prop, and it change the distance, how much screen size distance it should have, so it will load out quickly in there. And I will show you the mesh thing. UV optimization is there. We can UV optimization. Light map is there, but like if there are like multiple UV sets, it create again way more. Like we remember we had trees and plant from speed tree which create 4 UV sets for wind and everything else, and that cause a lot of trouble in the optimization. So if it is a asset which gonna be a lot of assets which gonna be used and have multiple UV sets, gonna cause trouble. No, no, like you don't have it can do. I can show you. Wait, you don't have to buy the tool. It's Unreal do it. So basically, you have this tool. You can turn on nanite, and I will just turn on nanite also. And also, like if there was one asset in the scene which was not having an nanite enabled, it caused trouble. Yeah. So yeah, so that basically. So we have this rock in here in the scene, and there is a mesh to collision. There is only here only. Mm, Model. I remember I had seen is remesh or simplify is also there. Okay, simplify. Let's do the simplify. Okay, this is what I want to see in there. Yes. So triangle percentage you say 50. No, I want 10%. Let it do its stuff, and you get 10%, and you accept it, it's going to save it on the mesh. So be careful. And you have other settings also. So you see, like it looks the same. What is the point of having 20,000? So much for nanite meshes. And because like all these are masks and everything are saved on the UVs, so UVs only matters. But if you have these edge highlights and everything are saved on top of the asset which I was talking about, then you might need to save the vertex. But still, how much? Believe if I say 25, still enough, good enough. I will look for a way. Like there, I remember there was a way in Houdini. You can do definitely. You can transfer the texture data to vertex data, but I didn't find any way to do it inside Blender yet. But I'm looking for a way. So if we find a way, uh, we can transfer the color data from texture to vertex color data. Then we just get some gradients, and that those gradients we can blend with the noise. So then we don't have to save texture map for each rock. We just put that vertex data in there. We take it, bring it from substance painter, we put it into texture, put it into vertex color, bring the mesh in, and then just that's it, and everything will work fine. So yeah, so this is here. The simplify remesh is there, and a bunch of stuff is there. Fill holes is there. I have used bunch some of them, but not everything. So it's modeling tools are crazy. Like you don't need to go. The modeling tools are not that good for modeling something from scratch, but for so many of the things, you don't need to go there. So you can just simply, do it here. Okay, so this is going good. We have some cliffs and stuff, and some pebbles, some water. It's a good stream, I believe. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Ashraf, wait, the RGB mask we already have in here. Where is our in rocks? If I show you, this see, there are already the RGB masks. Okay, but it create an extra resource. So now this image is like 4K texture. It's like 10 MB resource on the memory, but vertex color is already there, it's already loaded. So if you um, see, every asset comes with the vertex color, so why not use it? So we can put that vertex color inside here, I think, mesh paint and RGB channel. So right now it's white. So when you put the vertex color, uh let's see. Okay, wait, texture color is not, wait, it's not, the textures is not there. Is in the modeling tool. I said bake. Let's see if bake vertex color, bake textures. You click. Okay. So this currently is not here. Let's see. Let's see. Output mode RGB 8 tangent normal is not is embedded occlusion is can bake, which is good. Do we have texture? Yes. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's go crazy. Where is our this one? So which one is it actually? It's stone 06A. Stone 06A. It's only this one. Okay. So let's try drag and dropping this one and put it in here. And this is how it looks. Okay. Okay. And UV0, which is good. And we also accept it. We're going crazy, guys. We're going crazy. So it didn't change anything on the back end, but I love this. We have bake option. We don't need Blender, guys. We can do it inside here. Now, hmm, if I show mesh painting, see, we all have vertex color. And last, let's try now reducing the count in here. Remesh, simplify. How can we see? I don't think. Okay, wait. I'll show you how we can see the vertex color in here. I lost the content browser always. What I'm gonna do in our materials, and we have our rock materials. So I will just duplicate this one to a right. Let's keep the other thing, but for now I want to have vertex color, and let's just use it as base color for now. Okay, nothing else. Just directly drop it in, save it. I'll create an instance. Okay, am I, what is the name of the rock? Copy. We don't even need a separate one for anything, so I will say we'll just do this. Okay. And let's edit this one here. See, now we have everywhere vertex color. Now if I simplify this one, 25% is still holding up to many details, so let's go 10. Still a lot of vertex. Let's go 1. See, the cavity and everything is still holding up. So if we use we can use less amount of polygons, definitely. Okay, so won't deny it. See, the cavity and everything is persist, so it doesn't matter what UVs are. We don't even need UVs for this because we can automatically project the things. For now I will cancel. Okay, so we just keep it. Now I'll show you how we can simply do the same thing what we did there, but here with the vertex color. So wait, I'll undo it because I want this. This is the one, so I will copy this into our go to church materials master, and I'll just copy here. Let's remove them. It's FPC. No. Okay. Master of 1A. Now here we might have taken the texture. This is the mask, macro mask. So I'll take vertex color, red, green, blue. Okay. Nothing else we are changing. We're just changing the, so we don't need the mask anymore. So vertex color is the key now. So now I'll save it. So this is the current one. It is in there. Okay, I'll try create material instance mi rock 06a. Okay, let's just quickly, and I will just drag and drop for now here. Okay. Because we changed the texture, but you see we have cavity and everything in there, but it will not have. So just give me a second if you want me to. Going to put the same there in our okay, so this is there, and let me drag and drop in here, just lighten up, but you will get all the details and everything intact. So you can still use the world normal textures and everything, all the settings will be there, but we reduce one resource in there. I think it is, we I think it will texture multiply, but it should work with the vertex color also, no? It's weird. It's darkening it here, but not there in our shader. It's there. So we might have to change some things. We must just have to change some things in there. If so, this is one. So it went from here. So it's vertex color. So we have fill layer B masks. Let's turn this on. Okay. So yeah, so this is like shader. It's like it's a complicated one. Like I don't know what is happening most of the time in here. So we can do it anyway. And so yeah, MI Rock 6, yeah, here is the one without the RGB mask. Okay. So yeah, this is wonderful. We learned something new. Okay. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. You can now we can the rocks whichever I used mostly this one. I'm gonna transfer all the attribute to the same mesh, and then gonna use the same shader. So we in the end we have, so if I want to use our shader in here, I will select this one. Okay, oh, everything I have it. Yeah. And we don't need mask anymore, because if vertex color have data, we can just transfer and then it should work everywhere. First I will make sure it look correct. It's right now looking really bright, right? So we'll check what's happening with that. Okay. So yeah, so after that we'll fix it. Okay. So yeah, I think it's a long one, and I will try to do uh, multiple streams. Basically, I will have one in the morning and one in the evening. So because I want to treat this as a work, like a log in the morning, log in the evening. So we have morning stream, evening stream, and once we have done with this thing, we can do the evening one for the feedback and related to the boot camp and the community, basically whatever we're doing in the community, and the morning one to discuss, or maybe vice versa. Okay. Mm, yes, so I hope this was helpful, and keep working on your scene. I will post in there, so tomorrow same time around we can do our feedback session around. And because I have to go somewhere again, so maybe short one, but we'll do in the noon. So I will post it, post the link in the thread, so you guys can sign up for the feedback. So I will do the feedback. But overall, I love the we had much of progress in there. So the water is working. We have rocks. We made a cliff on there. We need to make debris and all these tiny rocks and everything we scatter across. We have some more. So because why I'm using the resources, so we can focus on church and the bridge. That's two things we want to make. So we can focus on that, and we need to blend a lot of things together. They're not blending, basically. Okay. So yeah, so this is good. Um, I'm glad. I hope you learned something new. You enjoyed the session, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.